I do want to thank you for gathering here today. This is exciting. Not only is it exciting to celebrate with Connie and the Prescott Wedding Chapel and Event Center, but to again celebrate the Prescott Chamber of Commerce and what we do in recognition of our businesses. This is the final ribbon cutting ceremony for 2017, of which has been a spectacular year of new memberships, renewed memberships, and recognitions of our fine businesses in our community. I have had a great pleasure and privilege to be a part of those and looking forward to an even greater 2018. And I want to thank you for your continued support at these events. It makes it fun and really significant for the business owners. So for those of you who don't know by now, my name is Leland Moreno-Kilburn. I'm with the Prescott Chamber of Commerce as an ambassador and as a business member, as are many of you. And it is my pleasure to be your master of ceremonies for this event today. The mission of the Prescott Chamber of Commerce is to promote its members by enhancing the overall business environment of Prescott. So today we are here, and on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, I want to thank you for helping us promote the Prescott Wedding Chapel and Event Center as we celebrate their new Prescott Chamber of Commerce membership. Please join me in welcoming the dignitaries that we have with us today. State House of Representatives District 1 Legislator David Stringer. Our Yavapai County Board of Supervisors, Supervisor Rolly Simmons. Here representing the City of Prescott, Mayor Pro Tem Billy Orr. Billy is here to help us celebrate this occasion, and we'd like to recognize Billy for the occasion. Today is her birthday.
Sorry. Good timing. I'm going to have cake.
With us also, again, representing the City of Prescott, Councilman Phil Good. With the City of Prescott, our Councilman Steve Shiska. And our Prescott Chamber of Commerce incoming board chair, Margot Christensen. Thank you. I also want to recognize our attending Chamber of Commerce ambassadors, leadership and staff. Our ambassadors, if you could please raise your hand. These are your fellow business people and members of the Chamber. Thank you. You are awesome and you are dedicated, and you've made these events special for me and for the businesses. Thank you. In recognizing our staff and leadership, Prescott Chamber of Commerce President and CEO, Sherry Heine. Our Prescott Chamber of Commerce Business Development Manager, which has helped make this year rock, Todd Mason. And keeping the doors open and keeping people informed and inspired about Prescott, our Prescott Chamber of Commerce Visitor Information Center Manager, Robert Coates. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you the owner of the Prescott Wedding Chapel and Event Center, property developer and owner, Connie Cantelme. I had the pleasure to sit with Connie and talk about this property, talk about her inspiration and what she brings to this community. And I was really excited to learn of many things I wanted to share with you. The Prescott Wedding Chapel and Event Center is an historical property that has always been a church of some sort. In the 1850s, this chapel was originally the home to the Prescott Pilgrims congregation. The chapel was originally based in another location of Prescott, and in 1868, the building was moved to this location. The building was rolled on logs, pulled by teams of mules, down the hill and to this location from where the Sacred Heart Church resides today. Wow. So all from that area.
Crazy. The Catholic diocese bought the property. Kicked them out.
The neighboring house here to the east was built in 1883, and that property now serves as a short-term rental property and is available for guests and members of wedding parties and events. There's a third structure on the property, a small mother-in-law's building, and that was built in 1910. That is located between the chapel and the home here, and that serves now as a catering prep center. So this whole property has been developed in providing for opportunities in servicing events and certainly weddings here in this chapel. Connie is a passionate individual about the preservation of historic properties and the revitalization of neighborhoods. And in fact, she has been responsible for the renovation of 8 properties in our Prescott downtown historic neighborhoods. Connie watched as this important piece of Prescott history became run down and subsequently caused a blight on the surrounding neighborhood. When the church and adjacent buildings went up for sale, she jumped at the chance to rescue them.
Jumped far.
This property has been renovated with the vision to provide Prescott with a venue to accommodate the trend towards small weddings and other events such as a renewal of vows, baptisms, music recitals, speaking engagements, club meetings, and family gatherings. Newly landscaped and paved, the adjacent patio area seats over 80 people for receptions and events. The area provides afternoon shade and has room for small bands and musical groups. Here in the chapel, the bright white chapel area is lit by the restored original east and west facing windows and provides for an abundance of sunlight. And yet the building's sand brick construction keeps the structure and causes it to remain cool during the summer heat. Evening is lit by the 4 large metal chandeliers here in the interior. And there is a spacious bride's room that accommodates wedding party preparations and the popular trend of boudoir wedding photography. The Prescott Wedding Chapel and Event Center is a unique property that provides versatility and charm in its ability to host almost any event. Connie, we welcome you as a new member of the Prescott Chamber of Commerce. Congratulations on the wonderful transformation of this property. And we applaud you for your commitment to the revitalization of Prescott neighborhoods and this business district. Thank you for the positive way in which you and your business will certainly contribute to the prosperity of the greater Prescott business community. Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, we'd like to further recognize in this event, and I would like to invite our dignitaries to provide their recognition and proclamations. Starting with State House Representatives, District 1 Legislature, David Stringer.
Connie, thank you very much. It's an honor to be here today and to commemorate the opening of the Prescott Wedding Chapel. You and I have known each other for a few years now, and we've had a lot of discussions about downtown Prescott and what we need to do. You are a visionary, and you are a doer, and we have the good fortune here in Prescott to have the benefit of your services. So I hope that will continue. As Leland says, we need revitalization. The downtown area is really the heart of Prescott. It's a tremendous economic driver. This is a tourism community in large part, and we really need to keep our downtown as nice looking and as revitalized as we possibly can. And Connie, you've played a part in that, and I hope that will continue down the road. I actually remember this property. I live in the neighborhood. I just live about 2 blocks away on Marina Street. And I remember this corner for a long time. It was sort of a halfway house or a church on the street, something like that. And they did good work, but it was getting a little bit draggled. So it absolutely needed revitalization. And I will say there are other properties in the downtown area that could also benefit from Connie's services. So Connie, I hope you will continue contributing to Prescott and contributing to the revitalization. And I wish you the best of success here at the Wedding Chapel.
Thank you.
Our Yavapai County Board of Supervisors, Supervisor Roley Simmons.
Connie, I want to present you with this certificate of achievement. We leave it so you can frame it however you desire. And really appreciate you enhancing the neighborhood. This is 400% better. And it's rather ironic that we were all gathered last week at the old Pinecone Inn, doing the ribbon cutting there, and it was revitalized. Not nearly as old as this, but there was a lot of history, and it does my heart good now to come here and see what you've done. And you've really stepped up, and it's such an improvement. I wish you only the best, and we will always be there for you. You're right in the heart of District 1, so congratulations.
Really, thank you. And presenting on behalf of the City of Prescott, Councilman Philgood.
Well, Connie, as a fellow committee person who's served on the committees in the city and campaigned together, it's certainly my very distinct pleasure to represent the City of Prescott and to present you with a certificate of recognition. This is presented to the Prescott Wedding Chapel and Event Center. In recognition of the opening of your business, the City of Prescott officially declares today Prescott Wedding Chapel and Event Center Day. By Greg Mingarelli.
By Mr. Macarelli.
Phil, thank you.
This was probably the first thing he did. That's great.
And then here to present the Prescott Chamber of Commerce First Dollar Certificate, our Prescott Chamber of Commerce incoming board chair, Margaret Christensen.
So congratulations,
Thank
Connie,
you.
to you and your husband, Bernie.
Thank you.
So on behalf of the Prescott Chamber of Commerce, the staff, the volunteers, and the ambassadors, we present your first dollar certificate for you, wishing you absolutely the best of success. This is a beautiful venue. I've already asked Connie to come to my house and help me decorate. Okay. Thank you.
Turn it this way.
Stand
Oh,
together.
okay.
Very nice.
Connie, on behalf of what's been said and everyone in attendance, again, congratulations on what you have brought here to this community, and we do wish you every success.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Connie, it was quite an honor actually to be able to take these buildings and bring them back to their glory. They deserve to be saved. They're a very important part of our Prescott history. And, you know, as I've said in all my millions of forums after just campaigning for the last 10 months, Prescott's special, and we've got to take care of it. And this is the thing that people come here for. We all came here because we love it, and I think it needs to be very high on our priority list to continue to renovate and help people like myself. I've spent the last several months trying to promote the downtown to people that I know that have the ability to come in and do what I did. It's kind of a thankless job in a way. You don't make any money doing it, but it, you know, I've got children, and I would love to be able to, you know, have one of my kids drive by here in 100 years and say, my grandma did that. Because, you know, save the building, because it was crumbling down, and it's, I'm just happy to do it and happy to give it back to Prescott.
Yeah.
One, 2, 3.
Connie Cantelme is a visionary. She's been doing this down in Phoenix. She's renovated a number of properties in Canto and sort of the older part of Phoenix. Now she's up here. I think this is her 8th property. I got to know Connie a couple of years ago when I was on some committees with the city. We were both on the Economic Development Committee for a while, and we share a vision for downtown Prescott. We both understand that the two drivers of Prescott, Arizona are tourism and retirement living. And Prescott, the downtown Prescott area is the crown jewel, and we have to keep it up. And we've done a good job, but there's a number of older properties. This was one of them. It was kind of a rundown property, and Connie got a hold of it, and she has just absolutely transformed this corner of downtown Prescott. There are other properties in the downtown area that I think could probably benefit from her attention. So I hope this is the start of a revitalization of the downtown area, because it's much, much needed, and it will pay a huge dividend to our tourism industry and just to keeping our city alive.
Connie is a breath of fresh air for the city. She's helping the renaissance of downtown, and that's really awesome.
If any of you saw the condition this was in before, it was sad. In this neighborhood, they've got to be screaming in joy, with joy, and it really makes such a big difference. And we've seen over the years with the downtown's integrity's been maintained, and this is just one more stamp of approval right here for all the direction that the city of Prescott's going. So
I wanted to preserve the history for Prescott. I knew that the church in particular was a very important part of Prescott's history and past. And I drive by here every day on the way to the grocery store, and I used to just kind of watch it become more and more decayed, and the deferred maintenance was pretty elaborate. So when I saw the for sale sign going up, I jumped at the chance to buy the buildings and preserve them. The primary event center would be for weddings, but we are an event center, so we will do renewal of the vows, baptismals, funerals. We did a memorial already once. We've had a couple baby showers here. It's just a nice room for around 85 people or less, and it's just a pretty venue, and so we'll be able to do that on the inside of the church and also out here on the courtyard.